Yo ho ho, this is Captain Dirty, and we are back with another Captain Dirty Reacts. Today we're going to be looking at Inside Star Citizen Vulture Venture, and I'm actually excited about this one. Been looking forward to seeing CIG kind of diversify gameplay a little bit, and Salvage, I think, will play a very important part in the grand scheme of things for piracy orgs. It can be a great way to make a little bit of money on a failed negotiation. So, yeah, I think this will bring some interesting gameplay. And I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this for a long time. I'm not sure where it's at on the roadmap, but I think getting an Inside Star Citizen is a good sign. Let's see what they've got for us.
The salvage feature is really trying to cater to people who want the diversity and exploration type gameplay.
You might find debris fields of a long lost battle, or on your discovery tour you find a destroyed ship.
I'm excited about.
You ever notice how they never really mention piracy in any of these things? I mean, it's so rare, right? I mean, it's Pirate Week, right? Isn't it Pirate Week? At time of recording, I believe it is. So, you know, salvage, yeah, will be great for exploration, sure. Yeah, that's yes. But, I mean, come on, don't forget about us pirates, not CIG.
Players playing this and salvaging wrecks of ships in the PU.
So right now, when you destroy a ship, that's kind of it.
So that's where salvage comes in, where we sort of extend the life of the spaceship.
We want you to be able to find destroyed versions of these, look at them in ways you would never have seen them before, and have this extra gameplay with them.
There are different aspects of salvage that we want to introduce to the game, and the very first one that we will have is the hull scraping.
Okay, so right off the bat, the first thing that I think of is if when we destroy ships, right, and that ship stays and that ship persists, then someone else can come around and maybe salvage it, right? This to me is very exciting. I think this is a great step for Star Citizen. I'm not sure if we're going to get that here in their first iteration, though. It sounds like probably these are going to be little locations scattered around the verse. Let's see what else they got.
Which is where you blast off the external surface of the ship and sell that material for profit.
Hull stripping right now is split into two parts. We have the FPS side, and you have the vehicle side.
So in vehicle hull scraping, this will be for the Vulture and the Reclaimer, where you take your great big salvage lasers and you take off as much of the material as you can.
For the Vulture, it's very easy. You are the only person. It's the lone wolf ship.
You can go out, explore, find wrecks just by yourself. Best catering to the smaller types of wrecks you would find.
In the Vulture.
Hey, yeah. See, they keep saying find, right? And that worries me a little bit, right? They haven't said create. And that's really what I'm hoping for, is we can create some wrecks and salvage those. Will we see that soon? I don't know. Maybe. I hope so.
Vulture, you activate the salvage mode, which then allows you to use the scraper beams to operate them over the surface area of the ship and gather the material. For the Reclaimer, we highly recommend you to come in a group.
You want probably at least 2 people to man the salvage lasers, and a few people in the back of the cargo bay to help you stash away your earnings. You'll go out, you'll find a wreck, turn on the great big front lights of the reclaimer so you can see what you're doing, and the two people in the salvage turrets will start blasting away at the hull to strip it off. As that happens, you're gathering what we call RMC, recycled material composite material, which gets put into cargo boxes in the filler stations that are in the back of the reclaimer. And you'll need someone back there to take these full crates out of the dispenser and stack them away on your cargo grid.
Okay, yeah. I like the lasers. I like the way that all looks. I'm not sure about this idea, though. I mean, like, I get, like, they're trying to encourage multi-crew gameplay. But this seems like something a robot could do in the far future. Seems like something robots do now. This might be cooler if you were driving, like, a forklift or something. But the handheld tractor beam just seems, I don't know, a little arcadey, as opposed to like a simulation. I think more realistically, it would just be a conveyor belt system here with a robotic arm. But anyways, I like the other stuff that they're showing.
And once you have your cargo hold full, you fly to the station where you then can sell the commodity. The FPS loop in comparison is much simpler. You just buy a Grey Cat multi-tool, you make sure that you buy the salvage attachment, you make sure that the salvage attachment is actually attached to the Grey Cat multi-tool, and this is the moment where you can scrape off any material that is salvageable right away.
We also want to allow you to use that material that you gain from hull scraping to immediately repair any damage your ship might have taken.
Yes, that is cool. Right, I was hoping that they might get to this. So if we can use these materials to then repair our ships, this means that criminal players, well, it depends. It sounds like everything is changing in the future, where, you know, if you're a low-level criminal, you may be able to land wherever, right? But if you're, CS 3 or higher, this will help allow you to be more self-sufficient, right? If you can scrape a hole and salvage the material, and then use that to repair your ship, that means you can do that in dead space where it's safe, and not have to be sitting on a pad where some bullshit bounty hunter is going to come pad ram you. So this is great. Love this.
This is really useful for people who are out dogfighting, perhaps. You shoot down your opponent, go out with your multi-tool, take the hull off their ship, and put it back on yours to repair the damage.
It does seem very time-consuming, though. It makes me wonder if they're going to start removing services from a lot of the landing sites on the moons. If repair and refuel and especially rearm becomes a bit more rare, then people might actually take the time to do that. But currently, you could just fly over and hit the pad and be ready to go a couple minutes later, right? This sounds like it might take a little bit longer than that. Players are always, for the most part, going to choose the most efficient routes, right? Or they'll tend to. So, yeah, that makes me wonder what other changes they have in store for the landing locations on the moons and planets.
You will see where on your own ship you have repaired, so you're kind of getting this battle scarring of your ship.
So right now, both the FPS and ship hull scraping has progressed very nicely, but there's still a long ways to go with regards to selling the material. We've got a lot of VFX and audio tweaks to do along the way. We want to fully refine the user experience.
Yeah, a refined user experience would be great. If we can stack up some boxes of this reclaimed material and then go sell that somewhere, that's going to be important too, right? There will be some players who just want to do salvage as like its own game loop and profit from that, and rightfully so. But there will be other players who want to integrate salvage into other like larger scale org based gameplay. And I think it's going to be important for both groups to be able to sell this, right? For a pirate org, that means if you want to raise the red flag up and just shoot, murder everything you see, you can still turn a profit that way. It probably won't be as high as stealing cargo off of a ship will be, but you should still be able to earn something enough to cover your gas and guns, right? I would hope.
I'm really excited to see this feature hit the verse. I think it'll be great to watch everyone taking people's ships apart, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Hull scraping isn't just the first version of salvage gameplay coming to Star Citizen. It's the feature necessary to finally bring the upcoming Drake Vulture to the persistent universe. Let's check it out now and see what it looks like very close to its final form.
If you really want to try something different, something new, something that hasn't been in Star Citizen before, the Vulture is going to be where you want to go. Salvage is new and it's kind of fun and it's exciting.
Yeah, we'll definitely see a lot of people testing this feature out when they release this. Does anybody know, is it slated for 3.18? I've really had my focus on persistence and the cargo refactor, and salvage has slipped off my radar a little bit. Is this expected in 3.18? Are they going to say that here?
I've been going around and just burning the sides of ships, and it's really fun to kind of experience this new type of gameplay. The Vulture is a single-seater salvage ship meant for a single player to kind of get into the salvage career.
Basically, extracting and processing, things that you find out in the verse, be it space debris or, junk or anything like that.
On a profession ship, I'm mostly just setting it up as a ship to be flown and making sure all of the components are there.
I do have to say, this is a cool Drake design. I like it a lot. I like the way this ship looks, for sure.
All of the functionality for all of the other interactables are there. Make sure that they can get cargo. There's also the aspect of setting up all of the things that the salvage work is going to be done with.
So, we took our styling cues from previous Drake ships, and Drake has a very distinctive style. The first thing that will be very distinct that when you see it at first will be these two arms that sort of jettison out the front.
We had to set up these little kind of turrets that would be used to articulate while the salvaging is happening. There are two ways to enter. One from the side, you climb up a ladder and then you can access the cockpit.
Much like a combine would or a construction vehicle has a basic looking style ladder, which kind of adds to the whole look of the construction vibe and everything. And also it helps with a sense of scale in the ship, I think.
Or you can go through
Yeah, that's a nice touch. I like that.
the back with a ramp and then you'll access the cargo hold.
Yes, it's got a ramp, boys. We're going to be walking on board somebody's Vulture at some point in the future.
From the cargo hold, you can go through a door and then climb up a ladder, and then you'll have a personal kind of storage area.
All throughout the ship on the inside, there's going to be a lot of component access. And then to your right, and you walk in through another door, and then there's the habitation area. There'll be a small bed, a toilet, and then behind you, you got the whole body of the ship and, the cargo and all that, the whole processing area. Persistent universe gameplay, a lot of it relies on, sort of trading things and salvaging things, right? So you can earn credits. So this will be a very good tool to do just that.
So, what did we learn this week? Well,
Yeah, I could definitely see making room for a Vulture on the Pirate Kraken. Yeah, salvage and repair and being able to be as self-sufficient as possible. I think you'll be able to extend your range and the length of time that you are able to be out there pirating. So this will be an important part of the game for a lot of us, I think.
we learned that hull scraping is the exciting beginning of our salvage gameplay journey. The next step in bringing purpose and intention to the enormous Reclaimer, the nascent development of handheld repair gameplay, and the feature that finally allows us to bring the Drake Vulture to the persistent universe. Now remember that
Persistence in the persistent universe? Maybe?
Talk Like a Pirate celebration begins today.
Wait, they did mention pirates. Oh shit, okay, what do they gotta say?
And there's all kinds of things to do. Pirate Swarm is back. There's a screenshot contest. The Siege of Orson be returning with new fixes that we'll be talking about next week. There's new paints in the shop. And this isn't so much Talk Like a Pirate as it is Talk Like Robert Newton in the 1950s classic Treasure Island. And I should really stop.
So we got some paints. That's cool. I did see the Drake Cutlass Black Skull and Crossbones, and it looks pretty dope. Makes me want to buy my Cutlass Black back a little bit. I also think, if CIG, if any of you happen to be listening to this, how about we get some Skull and Crossbones on ships pirates tend to use right now, like the Mantis, the Sentinel, the Warlock, the Hawk. Cutlass Black is pretty limited. Cutlass Blue would have even been a better one. But currently, Cutlass Black is pretty limited in its usefulness to a pirate crew. So if you're listening, we would really appreciate that. I'm sure you would make some money off of us.
Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week. And there's all kinds of things to do in the Pirate Swarm. The Pirate Swarm is back, so look at me.
Okay. Well, that sounds like some exciting news. It sounds like they're making some progress. I also, I think persistence has got to work for salvage to exist. If we're going to create wrecks, the wrecks have got to stay in order to be salvageable. So it's all going to hang on that persistence that kind of disappeared with the recent patch. So let's get it back for 3.18. We have to have it, CIG. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we will be coming back at you with another Captain Dirty Reacts before too long.